At the end of last season, Bale's 9-year association with Real Madrid came to an end, and the future of his entire career hinged on one thing: Wales's qualification for the World Cup. Once Wales had booked its place in Qatar, any talk of retirement for Bale was swiftly put on hold. Bowing out at Real Madrid after winning the Champions League for a 5th time would have been a fairy tale ending to a trophy-laden but conflicted career. But any decision on his future was put on the back burner while he helped Wales qualify for the World Cup for the first time in 64 years, and as the emotional celebration wound down to a close, he had to plot his next move very carefully. His and his agent's focus turned to looking for a new club to maintain his fitness ahead of the World Cup. A number of options were floated, including Spanish team Getafe, closer to home at Cardiff City, and his schoolboy club Southampton. Instead, he opted to become one of the latest heavyweights to make the move from Europe to the States, joining Juventus and Italy legend Giorgio Chiellini at Los Angeles FC. But his MLS career wasn't entirely the dream warm-up to the World Cup Bale and Welsh fans were hoping for. He started life in Los Angeles well, scoring twice in his first 4 games, but it went downhill from there. He played 346 minutes in 12 appearances but only made 2 starts and found the back of the net just twice during the regular season. LAFC posted a -5 goal differential when he wasn't on the field. In those same games, they outscored opponents by 11 goals when he was not on the field. Furthermore, same injury issues that blighted him during his time at the Bernabeu have followed him across the pond, with a leg injury ruling him out of the MLS playoffs quarterfinals, dangerously close to Qatar. However, his MLS experiment wasn't entirely in vain either, as he seemingly saved the best till last. In a raucous MLS Cup final, Bale piped up with a dramatic 129th minute equalizer. It looked like Jack Elliott, Philadelphia's London-born defender, had won the game with an unlikely double, but the Wales captain stepped up to bring the game level again and take it to a deciding penalty shootout, which was won by LAFC's substitute goalkeeper John McCarthy. It provided a glimpse of peak Bale. He always seems to pop up in the right place at the right time to deliver clutch goals on some of soccer's biggest stages. That goal against Barcelona late into the Copa del Rey final in 2014, or the spectacular bicycle kick to break the 1-1 deadlock against Liverpool in the Champions League final in 2018, to name a couple. He himself admitted he seems to have a knack for scoring big goals in finals following the MLS Cup victory. The golden moment in the MLS Cup final was also a stark reminder of the Bale that shows up for Wales. Throughout his woes with Real Madrid over the past few seasons, he still seemed to find form on international duty, a point of much contempt for Los Blancos fans. Bale has become notorious for putting his country, and golf, above his club. He famously antagonized Real Madrid in 2019 when he and his Wales teammates held up a flag that read Wales, Golf, Madrid, in that order. The controversial stunt took place after Wales beat Hungary to qualify for Euro 2020, and came amid wild celebrations with the crowd in Cardiff. At the time, Bale was heavily linked with a move away from the Bernabeu, and was caught on camera laughing, which didn't go down too well with the fans in Madrid. The tension between the Welshman and Madrid boiled over November 2021 as Bale was slammed for playing for his country by the Spanish media. The winger hadn't featured for Real Madrid since August 28, in their clash against Real Betis, after picking up a hamstring tear in September, but he won his 100th cap for Wales when managed a first-half cameo for Rob Page's side against Belarus last November. Bale lined up from the off in the World Cup qualifier but was substituted off at half-time. He was forced to reveal post-match following Wales' victory that his substitution was pre-planned, but his attitude has since been scathingly labelled as unpresentable by frustrated reporters back in Spain. After scoring Wales's 2 goals against Austria in a World Cup qualifier in March, the Spanish media once again hit out at Bale, branding him a parasite. The negative media attention even appeared to have followed him across the Atlantic early in his MLS career, when his first start for LAFC turned into a nightmare. LAFC were thrashed by Austin FC 4-1, and Bale was accused of being way off the pace and not caring by pundits before being subbed off after 60 minutes. However, despite whatever criticism the press have fired at him over the years for it, Bale has consistently been a key component of the Wales team. He has made 108 appearances for Wales, is his country's record scorer with 39 goals, and led the team to the semi-final of Euro 2016, where they lost 2-0 to eventual champions Portugal. He is also a valuable asset in the dressing room in terms of team morale. He is the joker who rearranged sprinklers during Euro 2020 to soak his teammates during a pre-match warm-up prank. He arranged a group huddle after missing a penalty against Turkey to take the blame for a potentially costly failure. And most importantly, he is the down-to-earth star who wants everyone to feel as comfortable as he does when representing the team. Therefore, coming in as a talisman for the Welsh side off the back of a crucial MLS goal will not only have put a spring in Bale's step, but the entirety of the Wales camp too. Any injury concerns seem to have conveniently been put behind him in the nick of time too, He insisted he was in full health at a press conference on Monday, when he said, "I'm fully fit and ready to go. If I need to play 390s minutes, I'll play 390s." Despite not being in as blistering form as expected in Hollywood, Bale still poses a major concern for the US in Group B. Ironically, the USMT view Wales as perhaps their easiest opponents, while the Welsh hold a similar opinion of the US. But LAFC teammate and US international Kellen Acosta warned they will have to kick Bale to stop him posing a threat. "He's a guy that we know to have eyes on," Acosta said, speaking to ESPN. "We've got to literally start kicking him around the field a little bit. Make him feel us. Limit his time and space. Special players make special plays, and he's a guy you definitely have to be worried about." It's not just Bale's presence on the pitch during the MLS season that could benefit, but also in the dressing room. In addition to LAFC teammate Acosta, the USMT squad has 7 members who play for MLS teams. When asked if Bale has been a scout pre-Qatar looking at players he has played with and against, Wales coach Rob Page said, "Yes, absolutely. There's some American players playing at LAFC. I will definitely speak to him. He will no doubt be picking the ears of some of the internationals at his club too." At first glance, Bale's foray into the MLS may not appear to be the greatest success, but in reality it's done the job it was intended to do. It's provided him with playing time, albeit not as many as hoped, insider knowledge of the America camp, and a very timely confidence-boosting goal to get him to Qatar for his beloved Wales in what is perhaps his last dance.